If you had never seen MMA, if you just hadn't, and I was trying to tell you how good and how fun Cowboy Cerrone is, you couldn't just go back and bring up one of his fights and call me and go, oh yeah, Chael, I agree with you. Or, hey, Chael, I think maybe you oversold. You have to watch like 4 or 5 Cowboy fights. This guy is so dynamic. He'll submit you on the ground. He'll put you in a triangle. He'll stretch your arm out. He'll kick you in the head on the feet and knock you out. He'll knee in the body. He'll punch you in the mouth. I mean, he can do everything, but you have to watch a bunch of his fights. Tonight with Tony Ferguson was almost that one match where everything was coming out. I mean, Tony Ferguson getting taken down by Cowboy. The only thing we knew going into this fight is that Ferguson's a better wrestler than Cowboy. Well, yeah, he may be. He still may be. But he may not when it comes to MMA. I mean, Cowboy went out and showed it. So one thing leading into this that made it interesting for me, when I heard this fight was announced, Ferguson's the best fighter in the world. World champion that never lost his belt. So when this fight got announced, it was a quick turnaround for Cerrone. There was a couple of variables there that you had to consider. Cowboy made a statement. And the statement was so true. And he said, Ferguson has a really high pace, a really good volume, but I don't see him as a real high-level striker. And when that comes from a high-level striker, you have to consider it, right? Promoters, fighters, they lie all the time. That's true. That's just a reality that Tony Ferguson is a really high level, not necessarily as technical, likes to stay on his feet, even though he's a national wrestling champion, a black belt under Eddie Bravo, likes to stay on his feet. This fight could be on the feet. And Donald only needs to win 8 minutes. It's 15 minutes. He needs to win 8 minutes. He gets his hand raised. 2 rounds to 1. Okay. Made it a lot more interesting. Well, sure enough, it was exactly what Cowboy said. When it came to precision striking, yeah, Cowboy was more technical. That's true. When it came to volume and pressure, Tony Ferg did Tony Ferg. And it was just great, and it was compelling. And then when the takedowns started favoring Cowboy, all of a sudden there's an element that you never saw before, but now Tony's getting pissed off, and he's not backing down, and he's coming. It was just a mess. As far as the end of the fight, man, I don't really want to weigh an opinion on that. The punch was late. That's not an opinion. Tony Ferg said it was late. Referee and the commission decided that it went to the nose, didn't go to the eye, didn't affect the outcome. Stoppage was a stoppage. Both guys were sports about it. All in all, though, that was a fun night. That was a fun fight.